Hello, and welcome to another Angry's unit of the week. And today we're taking a look at the SFH 404i 149mm Heavy Howitzer. The SFH 404 originally started life as an Italian heavy artillery gun, the Obista 149/19 Modulel 37, which I probably butchered, I apologise. Basically, in the mid-30s, like lots of nations, Italians were looking to modernise their World War I heavy artillery gun to something a bit better. This was one of their solutions. It's a pretty good standard heavy artillery gun at 149mm. They made over 100 of these guns, and by the time the Italians tricked teams, the Germans had a bunch under their possession which they would end up continuing to use till the end of the war. In game, the SFH 404i 149 is a 110-point howitzer of the heavy variety, available exclusively to Fortress Group Toulon, and it has a singular weapon. That weapon being the M19, with 3 different types of ammunition. You have 5 heat shells, 35 high explosive shells, and 10 smoke shells. The high explosive shells are pretty standard for your heavy artillery gun caliber. They do a lot of damage at 7.5 high explosive. The heat shells also do a lot of damage and a lot of penetration as well, but are rather inaccurate and have terrible range of only 750 meters. And smoke is, well, smoke. You just smoke stuff, you block line of sight. It's pretty good. Down to miscellaneous stats, it does have a radio. It shoots indirectly, unsurprisingly. It also has a 10-man crew with good optics, good stealth, and heavy cargo space. In battle, the FSH 404i 149mm is a pretty standard run-of-affair heavy artillery gun. You're going to use it to do heavy artillery gun things, such as blowing up slow static targets with your big screw-you high explosive shells. It's also pretty good in the counter battery role as well, because you don't need to be as accurate when you can lob big bloody shells towards the enemy. It's not really that useful in the anti-tank role. Yes, you do have heat shells, and sometimes it can be beneficial to use your artillery guns in said role. It's more of just an emergency deterrent. And anyway, you're playing Toulon. You already have a lot of anti-tank, anti-aircraft artillery guns to do the same thing. The radio is a big bonus, of course, and also having smoke shells is quite nice. It's not going to be your main smoking unit, I would imagine. That's really more for mortars, in all honesty, but it's still a very useful tool in your arsenal to have. Within the deck itself, you get 3 cards of them with the standard heavy artillery availability of 1 in A, 2 in B, and 4 in C phase. And it is definitely a worthwhile card to take, because you're playing Toulon. You have a whole heap of artillery slots available to you, so you can definitely afford to be taking some heavy artillery guns. And you're going to want them because you're going to need your artillery spam with Toulon to get the upper hand. You also have the Russian heavy artillery gun available, but this one pretty much blows that one out the water. Yes, the Russian one does slightly, and I mean ever so slightly more damage and have a higher rate of fire, but the 149 just has much more utility with the smoke shells available to it. Overall, this is a good heavy artillery gun. Really, there's not that much interest in regards to all the heavy artillery guns in game. They pretty much perform the same. They're good in their role for what you need it to do. But the main reason we're talking about this unit in particular is that the name of the unit numerically matches up with the number of units of the recruit you've done, which is pretty neat. And 404 should be everyone's favourite HTTP error code. And well, that's all I really have time for. This has been another Angry's unit of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and usual, please just take it easy.